Hello, Mithril here once again, getting back to the Legend of Zelda Second Quest 100% run. So, I finished the second dungeon, and it's time to head for the third, though we're going to be getting some rather nice things in the Overworld. The third dungeon is actually fairly short, so this video, most of our time is going to be spent in the Overworld. Unusual, that. So, as we go, one thing I do actually want to apologize for. In reviewing the footage of some of the last few videos, I know my keyboard has been a little louder and clackier than usual. I'm not really sure why, though. I'm not doing anything different. Just sometimes my mic seems to pick it up more than others. So, I really don't know what's going on there. It's something I may want to look into investing in with Patreon funds eventually, is just a quieter keyboard. I know they make them. Something I may need to go to Best Buy and test some of them and see if I can find one that's good and quiet. Because, yeah, it is rather noticeable, and it's been kind of bugging me, but it's just something that, at the moment, there's nothing I can really do about it. So, we're gonna burn this tree. And it's a secret to everybody! 10 rupees. Just a small secret. So we continue on this way. Almost got ambushed by that Octorok. So, remember how I said that there was a tree in here you could get rid of, but the candle wasn't the answer? Oddly enough, it's the whistle. It's a secret to everybody! And we get 30 rupees this time. Very nice, very nice. I just want you guys to get out of my way, if you'd be so kind. So we're going to continue on our way. Deal with some blue Tektites here. And not whistle, I thought I had the boomerang equipped. We do not want to go on a tour, thank you very much. Well, actually, I'm going to need the whistle soon enough, so I'll leave it equipped. If I can get the pea-hats out of the way, I will take that. Just depends on how cooperative they want to be about slowing down. You can only hit them when they're completely still. Case in point. Okay, fine, you drift around. I'm gonna whistle for a staircase. Take any one you want. Gee, I wonder. And so we have another heart container. And a magic trick. I was fairly sure I left a pea-hat out here. Well, that's different. Oh, we're just 1 rupee off of what I really need. I'd really rather not have to waste a secret to everybody on this, because I'm not going to get as much from it. Because I think the rupee cap in this game is 255, or maybe it was 256, somewhere around there. There we go, 254, I've got plenty. So we're just going to ignore the fact that a Tektite just landed on me. Now just everything wants a piece of me. So you've probably already realized what I'm after. Okay, yeah, 255 is the max. Good to know. There are just too many of you around here. So another of these little things. Then nothing really tells you to do that. That sure is expensive. But oh so worth it. We have the blue ring. With that, we're going to be taking less damage. For those wondering what's in that tree, it's a money-making game. You may have also noticed that bait was on sale there, and for cheaper than you can normally get it. We're going to need to take advantage of that. And for that, well, it's a secret to everybody. Normally bait is worth 100 rupees. But hey, if we can get it for 60, I'm gonna take that. You just gotta know where to shop, man. Because we are actually going to need the bait for the next dungeon. So I was wanting to hold on to the large stockpile of rupees I got last time, because I wasn't sure if it was the bait we were going to need, or if we were just going to need the money for something far more sinister. It's a secret to everybody! 30 more rupees, so we can afford the bait now. So let's go get it. Just wait for everyone to get out of the way. As far as I can tell from the map I was looking at, this is the only shop that sells the bait this cheap. So the bait can be used to distract enemies, but its main purpose is, well, quite literally a beef gate. There are rooms in certain dungeons where you absolutely have to have the bait to move past them. So with that, there's one more major thing that I want to be sure to get, as long as we're in this area. We just need to come this way. Unfortunately, we're in a looping room, meaning we can't go back the way we came, but it's not too big of a concern. We're gonna go up this way. And we have a blue Lionel here, I believe they're called. They can throw those swords, which hurts a lot. But anyway, we're gonna come in here. Master using it, and you can have this. We got the white sword. I believe to claim the white sword you have to have at least 5 hearts. So, we have plenty. So with that, we're going to do more damage and take less damage. Excellent. Forget if there's still something in the waterfall or not. Always something in the waterfall. Pay me and I'll talk. No thanks. So anyway, it's time to finally head for the 3rd dungeon. We used the whistle to get there a little bit faster, at least. Unlike the first quest, the tornado doesn't take you to all the dungeon entrances. It does take us to the first one, but just proof of concept here. If we take the ride again, we end up at what used to be the entrance to level 3. It isn't anymore. Now I think it's just a shop. Indeed. So not only weird that it doesn't take us to what is now the entrance of level 2, since that's the only other one we've actually been to, but the fact that it takes us to what used to be level 3, that's just very strange. But anyway, yeah, we're headed for the next dungeon. And enjoying the fact that we can one-shot things that we couldn't before with the white sword. Lovely. Blue levers still take more damage, though. And as long as we're in the area... It's a secret to everybody! 10 more rupees. Yeah, with the blue ring, that didn't even count as a half-heart of damage. No, stop whistling. Yeah, I can still fire sword beams even though I just got hit. Not anymore. Last enemy in the room. And so we'll just come up here. And we use the whistle one more time. Whistle, recorder, flute, whatever you want to call it. But with that, we've found the entrance to level 3. So, back after a refreshing pause. And so it's time for the third dungeon. And we can go ahead and switch off the recorder now. This one's a bit of a breather after the last stage. A lot more straightforward. So we have a bunch of Gorias to deal with. Or as someone in the comments pointed out, it might be pronounced Goria. Though that also might just be assumptions on Japanese pronunciation. I mean, it's not like the Zelda games have much in the way of voice acting, so I don't know that we've in canon actually heard anyone pronounce it. So we have a bunch of ropes, they're glowing now. Get in a straight line path with them and they'll dash toward you. They didn't glow like this in the first quest. I think they maybe do a tiny bit more damage and take a little bit more to kill, but that's about it. It's a second quest thing, but a fairly minor one. Today's dungeon is brought to you by the letter L. And for some reason a dot off to the side. But yeah, as far as pronunciation of Goria, or Goria, whatever it is, I want to say the only place we maybe heard it said was the old Legend of Zelda cartoon that came on Fridays on the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Yes, I date back to that. It was entertaining for back then. I mean, as a gamer back then, you took what you could get, so that's why I was willing to accept Captain N and the weird things it did with Mega Man. But I'm at least fairly sure that Goria appeared in one or two episodes of that. I'm not sure if they ever actually said his name, though. So, if so, I don't remember how they pronounced it. One thing I will say for the Zelda cartoon, as weird as they got Link, I really liked the adventure outfit they gave Princess Zelda. I thought that looked really cool. I really like that design. Grumble, grumble. It's Beefgate time. Here you go, din-dins. But that means that we lost the bait. So if we want more, we'll have to buy it again, and we may have to. I actually forget if there's another dungeon that requires it, and I'm not really sure how that boomerang didn't hit me. Really looked like it should have. Hit detection in this game can be a bit wonky sometimes. Often in your favor, though, weirdly enough. They took it back. That one hit me for some reason. But we get the magical boomerang. Only major difference with it, I think, is distance it travels. So essentially, we paid 60 rupees for this. I don't think it can stun things that the normal boomerang can't. I also don't think it increases the stun time any. It's purely distance that it travels. But hey, that's useful enough. Range tends to be a good thing. So we'll use a key to get in here. And we have a trio of Dodongos. I think this dungeon might have eaten into our key surplus a little bit. If you can stun Dodongo with the smoke from an exploding bomb, you can stab it and you'll always get more bombs from it. So with that, we've defeated Dodongo, and we don't get a piece of the Triforce. Not just yet, anyway. We get the compass after defeating the boss, which is kind of weird. And it tells us that the Triforce is over in the odd little side dot. Certainly plenty of wall masters in here. But with them all defeated, we can push that block, and we have a staircase. The magical boomerang is great for these rooms, since you have a lot more range to take out the keys. And more Garayas, and now they all have magical boomerangs because palette swaps. I don't think it actually gives them extra range or anything, though. It's purely palette limitations that they didn't want to keep the original boomerang palette for it once you had the magical boomerang. But with them out of the way, now we get the third piece of the Triforce. Level 3 complete. So yeah, that was a lot more straightforward, a lot easier, more to the point. And hey, we got a better boomerang. Don't need that heart, but I want it anyway. So with that, that's where we're going to call it for now. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series so far, and I shall see you again next time. Until then, fare thee well.